Hello and happy Monday, Year 3. We are back to school. We hope you had a lovely half term. It doesn't seem like we've had a week away. It soon comes back around very, very quickly. But fresh start and hoping that we get some good news tonight. Fingers crossed. So, spelling morning. If you remember our spelling words from our last spelling lesson, which was our live lesson for Otter class, were the miss words. So it's the prefix miss. So they're the words we're going to be tested on this morning. So if you need to pause me now, we get your spelling books ready, write down your date and get your numbers down the side. Remember, group 1, you've got 8, group 2, you've got 10, and group 3, you've got 12 spellings to do today. So get yourselves ready, and then when you are ready, press play again, and I will be ready to do the spelling test with you. Okay, hopefully we're all ready then. So number 1 on your spelling test today, misuse. Now remember, children, we are adding the prefix miss, and the root word doesn't change. That's my little clue for you. Misuse. Remember, the word misuse means to use something incorrectly. Misuse. Number 2 then, misplace. Remember, the definition of misplace was to lose something temporarily, so you find it eventually, or put something back in a different place than you had put it in the first place. Misplace. Okay, number 3, mislead. Mislead. The definition for mislead that we did on our last spelling lesson was to lead someone down the wrong path or show them the wrong direction or guide them in the wrong direction. To mislead somebody. Number 4, misbehave. Misbehave. Something that none of you do at home, I'm sure, is misbehave. So that's when you're not behaving nicely or incorrectly. Misbehave. Number 5, misspell. Misspell. That means to spell something in a text or in a piece of writing incorrectly, or when you're typing you might misspell something. Now remember, children, if I'm going too fast, you can pause this at any time to catch up. We can rewind it if you missed one. And also, just a quick reminder is to make sure that you're crossing it completely out if you've made a mistake. Number 6, mistreat. If you can remember back to our last lesson, we found the definition of mistreat was to do something, to treat somebody in the wrong way. Mistreat something or somebody. Well done. Number 7, misprint. So similar to misspell, I would say. If you do a misprint, it's if you've texted something wrong or you've missed a letter out, maybe. Misprint. The difference between a misspell and a misprint is that you may accidentally do the misprint when you know how to spell something. Whereas if you misspell something, you may genuinely not have known how to spell it. So there's a little difference there. And number 8, the last one now for group 1, mistrust. That's when you lose confidence in somebody, when you don't trust them. Mistrust. Well done, group 1. All done. Group 2 and group 3, you've got 2 more to go, or 4 more if you're in group 3. So number 9, misread. Misread or misread. You could misread something. If we're in the past tense, I misread something. That's to read something incorrectly. Number 10, misheard. That's when you hear something incorrectly. Misheard. Well done. That was number 10 for group number 2. And now group number 3, you've got 2 more to go. These are your statutory words for year 3. So the number 11 is continue. Continue. And number 12 is extreme. Extreme. That's all your spelling's done. Well done, everybody. So remember, you can just send us over exactly how it looks right now without it being marked, and we can have a look and give you your scores. And we are recording them as we do in class in our spelling record folder. So we've got a record of everyone who sends their spellings in. If your parents would like to mark them, that is absolutely fine as well. And they can just send the scores over. So either way, we are happy with marking or just recording your scores. So we need to move on to what our new spellings are. And if you remember back, I did tell you that because we'd done a little bit of work on, we were doing work on prefixes, we actually did check in a little bit with, we looked at the prefix dis, if you remember. So our spellings this week are going to all have the prefix dis. So I'm going to stop the share on this screen, and I'm going to open up our PowerPoint for today for our new spellings. So here we go. You can see creating negative meanings using the prefix dis, D-I-S, dis. You can see there's a magician there. What do you think he's going to do there that might begin with dis? Magicians do quite well. He might make the flowers disappear. I think you might be right. So let's have a quick look and go through these together. So let's have a look at these words. Dislike, discover, disappear. Well, you will notice they've all got the prefix dis, D-I-S, all of them. Now, if I look at the root words for these words I can see in front of me, what are the root words that you can see? Well done if you said like, cover and appear. They are our root words, and we've added dis in front of them to change its meaning. So if I like something, but if I dislike something, it becomes negative. If I cover something, it's hidden. If I discover something, it means that I find it. I don't think that's a negative. I think that's a positive. If something appears, I get to see it. If something disappears, it means I can't see it. I suppose that is a negative, isn't it, if we can't see something? So let's have a little look. All with the same prefix. Dislike, disobey, discolour, discover, disappear, dishonest, disallow, disbelieve, disapprove, discontinue. What do you notice about all of those words? Well done, they've all got dis, the prefix dis, but there's something else. Have a look at the root word. What do you notice? Well done if you got it. The root word is not changing again. So as long as we've got the root word and we add on dis and pop them together like a piece of a jigsaw, put them together, connect them, then we'll be able to spell these words correctly. And what does it do to the meaning of the word? Well, these words start with the prefix dis, and dis means away. Okay, so it's a negative, it's coming away. It changes the meaning of the root word to the opposite meaning. Okay, so Let's have a look. We did dislike. Let's have a look at disobey. So if I obey somebody, that means I do as I'm told. If I disobey, it means I don't do as I'm told, or I do something wrong. If I colour something, it means that I fill it with colour. But if I discolour something, well, I have to think about my washing when I think of this one. Because if I put my washing in and it changes colour and I don't want it to, it means it's discoloured. Sometimes we can do that with stains as well. So this is my top. If I got raspberry juice on it, I would discolour it because it would change colour. We did discover, disappear we did. Dishonest. So if I'm honest, I'm telling the truth. If I'm dishonest, I'm not telling the truth. It's the opposite. If I allow something, I'm saying it can happen. But if I disallow it, and this happens in football quite a lot, if I disallow it means I'm not going to let it happen. If I believe something, I think that it's true. If I disbelieve it, it means I think it's not true. If I approve of something, it makes me say that, yes, I agree, or I think it's good. If I disapprove, it means I don't agree and I don't think it's good. Continue doing something, and this is good for you group 3 children, because you already had continue in your spelling test last week, so you should definitely get this one right. If I continue something, it means I repeat it or I keep going. If we discontinue it, it means it stops, it doesn't keep going. And that is used quite a lot, and with quite a lot in shops. They quite often discontinue products. So you might go to, I'm going to pick the shop that you might all know, Asda, for example. And in Asda, you can go to the homeware section and they've got nice duvet covers for your bed. And they may have a nice green and blue stripy one. And they have that for a year, and then they don't sell very many of them. They're not very popular. And so they discontinue it, means they don't sell it anymore. So all of these mean the opposite of what the root word means, and it means it is in a kind of a negative way. Here are your spellings for this week then. So it's quite simple. Now, we did go over this in our spelling lesson last week a little bit about these prefixes, and we did some sorting out of those prefixes as well. So what you're going to do today is a little online game to practice. So let me just stop the share there for a minute. Now, remember, if you're in group number 1, you will have 8 of those spellings. If you're in group 2, you will have all 10. And if you're in group 3, you'll have all 10 plus 2 additional ones from your year 3 list. So all of the work that we did the week before half term was all to do with these prefixes. So we will have touched on some of them anyway, and we did some sorting of them and looking at adverts. So you should be quite clear about the rule that the root word stays the same and we add the prefix on. Remember that your spellings this week, all with the dis prefix, there's no point you just practicing them today with my online game I'm going to show you in a moment. It's really important that you have a practice every day. So if you want to write them out in your book on repeat, or if you want to do the rainbow words, which we've saved in the OneDrive folder as well, or do the word search, maybe do one thing every day just to keep those spellings in your mind, because if you look at them today and then don't look at them again for the rest of the week, then you're not going to remember them. It's really important that they're picked up every day. You may even want to just write them out on a little card and stick them on your bedroom wall. Turn one over, which one's missing? So you can do those little things just to help you to get better with your spellings. If you want to write them into a sentence, that would be great as well. But today, I'm just going to show you a little online game that I found that you can play every day if you want to. But it's up to you if you want to do all other activities as well. So let me share the screen and show you today's little online game you can play. There is a link in your overview that your parents were sent. So you click on the link and it will bring you to this screen, and it's called Balloon Pop. It's got the prefixes dis and miss. So it does allow you to practice some of the misspellings as well. So if I make the screen bigger and I press start, starts with level 1. You have to be quite quick here. I have played this before. So there is a train and you have to try and get the words with the right definition into the box. So giving someone the wrong idea, remember we said that was mislead, and I pop it into there. It's got to land in the train. It'll give you a score. My volume's very low, but there is some train noises in the background. So let's read the definition. To not act in a way that is unacceptable. Oh, misbehave, but I missed. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get this one, I don't think. Let's try misbehave. There we go, got it. Okay, so the next definition, giving someone the wrong idea. Giving someone the wrong idea. Oh, that was mislead someone. Oh, I missed. Oh, yes, got it in. So it's practicing some of those miss words as well. Gives you more scores when you get them in. I think then you must get 3 carriages to do. I'll do one more just to show you, and then you can go off and have a go. Let's see what the definition is. You can see those dis words, disappoint, disagree. Oh, to not agree. Oh, I know what that one is. Oh, come on, where are you? Disagree. Oh, I missed. Disagree. Yes, to spell something wrong, misspelt. To not be visible. Oh, to not be visible. Disappear. Oh, I missed it. Disappear. Here we go. And there we go, and I've got it in. Okay, so you have to be quite fast. You'll be really good at this. I'm not so good at it. So you can start again down here with the little menu. There we go. You can close the screen like I'm doing now. And there are also some other little games here. This one's called Match Up. So it's matching the definitions in there. If I show you that really quickly. So there's the words. You've got a little timer that's going there, and you just have to put the right word with the right definition. So to not be visible, disappear. There we go. When you've got them all in, you submit your answers and it gives you the answer. There is also on this side here, find the match. Again, so down here, you have to, here we go, to not believe, disbelieve, and it tells you whether you're right. There is also a crossword on here, so there is something for you to do every day to practice some of these words if you wanted to. So it says okay, let's go for this one. To not agree. Misagree or disagree? Oh, I think it's disagree, so I get my keyboard. D-I-S-A-G-R-E. There we go. And I've got the first one on the crossword there. Okay. And then there is a quiz as well. So you can have a go at the quiz. So as you can see on that little link that I've sent you today, there are 4 or 5 activities you can play to practice some of those spellings and what they mean, which is also really important because if you learn what they mean as well as how to spell them, it means that when you come to your writing, you may be able to use them in your writing to improve on some of your language in your stories or your information texts or your letters. So it's really important that we gather all of those those bits of new vocabulary to make our writing better. So you've got lots to be getting on with today. First thing is to make sure your spelling tests are sent across to your teachers. Second thing is to maybe record all your new spellings somewhere. You should have a printout of them. You might want to cut them out and stick them into your spelling book like we do at school. And then you need to either play one of the online games today, do the rainbow words or the word search, and then think about what you're going to do tomorrow to practice your spellings too. So plenty to do and good luck, and I will be back with you next Monday for our next set of spellings. Goodbye, you 3.